got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Dallas Cowboys. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check. Crouch.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Third down.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back.
You better be afraid of me. Let's go, D.
Out of the gun, Brissett. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Kill.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. T.J. Watt able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now Brissett. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point get your head around, locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Bissett. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready? Yeah, right there, 54 Mike. See it. Shoot! Hot!
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels, and picking up some nice yardage.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 45-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. Let's get that ball. Right here, guys. Fight 51.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Joseph on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Ready? 30 base.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm here all day.
Ready?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you at important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Go.
2nd and 11. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 20-yard line. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Go.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice this gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. So first and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They start the drive with Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Here's Brissett. He's got Smith here. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey. You got 3 down. Mike 18. You got nothing there. You got rock. Watch the safety creep. Rush it.
Brissett sets to throw it. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Rip left.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Right there, 54.
Now.
Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Set. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. And go.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Rip right. Rip right.
Here's a 2nd and 7. From left side, it's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. 23 yards the pickup there. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Here's Madison running on first down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now a give, right side, Benjamin. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bullock good on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And an alley to run. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Ready. 10-2 start.
Check three.
Shoot.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Brings up third down and 1.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Going to run again here with Pollard. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
36. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Back to throw now on first down. Screen play, McKinnon. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On second down, it's Pollard. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He can run for it, and now a loose football. The ball comes out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Six guys, check 6 guys. You got time. You got time.
On first down, Cook. He's got, and I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Watch 18. 18's the most.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and we are tied at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Pollard again. And some room to run now. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They'll run on first down. Pollard, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
At their 49-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Watch the pass.
A give. This is Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
It's 4th down.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
We got double up.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Ready. Mike 18. Hey, watch the ball. Check 99. Slam. Watch safety. Hey, safety creeping. Watch 18.
On first down, Cook. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings have taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Recon, 132 fighter.
You're all mine, baby.
Shoot.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
At the 40-yard line.
Come on, Shaq. Eight together. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up. Check. Switch.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Ready. You gonna see me in your nightmare.
running from the shotgun with Madison. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Back to the ground on 1st down. Here's Madison. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Bullock good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
218, chopper. Ready?
Looking to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was a type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On 1st down, it's Cook, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Vikings on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll look to throw here. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good pickup there. 26 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. As his guys are back within a single score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll run with Madison. And some room to work. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 45-yard line.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
Slant. He's coming. Double up. Boom. Double up.
Again, it's Cook. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill the six. Deuce. Check nickel. Watch the shit.
Here's Brissett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
He's back to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
We can't be stopped.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.
Everyone plays all year long for the right to get into the tournament, as they like to call it. Wild card, divisional, doesn't matter.
Going big, going big. Everybody know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know